This week, it's Iveco versus 2 Unimogs. Who do you think will fare the best? There'll be winching, steep climbs, rock crawling, close calls, and plenty more action to come. Don't miss a second of Life Off-Road. After a quick breakfast cooked up by my mates Butcher and Fester,
Breakfast for champions.
Lucas, the park owner, arrived in a new toy he's been meaning to show off.
Somebody always has to have a bigger truck than me. So you've stepped up a little in life.
I love your truck, but holy smokes.
You have to go bigger.
Well, I had to. I can't beat you here, so I'll beat you there.
My name is Tom. I'm from Charlton Cross Work, and I've been looking forward to putting the market to the test.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you.
This is my first time taking the Navara out with Simon and everyone. I get a bit of anxiety behind the wheel off-road, so I'm really trying to conquer that this weekend.
Well, we've seen the morning machines turn up, and I'm just not sure whether a stock Navara is going to come off on the good side or the bad side of today's trip.
This weekend has been about exploring the new 1,000 acres that Lucas and the team here at the Springs have just acquired, and we can't wait to show you guys just what we've been able to discover.
Morning, Lucas. It's great to be back at the Springs 4x4 Park.
Morning, Simon. Thanks for coming, mate. Great to have you back.
And we're heading out to explore new regions. You've recently expanded the park.
We bought 1,000 acres at the start of the year, and it's going to be pretty special to be able to share that with you guys today and see what you reckon.
As we entered the new 1,000 acres, it wasn't long before Lucas found an obstacle he was keen to tackle. Guys, have a look at this. What a step. Too big for an Iveco, but is it too big for a Unimog? Let's find out.
I think even Simon's concerned for us, mate. He's scratching his head like, bloody hell, is he serious?
We came up to this almost inverted cliff edge, I suppose.
Right.
And Lucas just said, I'm going straight up that.
How much further till the driver's tyre climbs?
That's it, looking good. Alright, let's come back, right hand down.
Ian doesn't trust me. He's like, I'm out, Lucas.
Where did his co-driver go? Got scared.
We've just made it easier for everyone else, mate.
The Iveco won't get up there.
We'll see.
After the Unimog went up, Simon did the same track, but he sort of chickened out a bit and took a bit of an easier track up.
Oh, so close.
A little bit of a different line, but still a really hairy sort of vertical crawl up.
Let's go easy on that back drop.
You're on your spare tyre.
That damn spare tyre.
Good job, Lucas. I'm here for moral support.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
With the other vehicles that we had in the convoy, they weren't really up to that standard of four-wheel driving, so they just went up the easier track.
We just went up the easy track, of course. I guess easy for those guys. It was still a bit of a challenge, but yeah, the stock nav got through.
We picked a very different line for the 3 Navaras to climb up, still do some really cool stuff, have a bit of action and fun.
I'm nervous. I think I got up pretty easy. I didn't really listen to Steph at the very end. I kind of went a different way, but I got up anyway.
Too easy.
Lucas got more experience in the boat. So I've been following him every step of the way. Lucas and I have got different gearing, so I've got a much lower gearing than Lucas has, which gave me a bit more control in trying to climb that climb. I've yet to find something that I can't do yet.
Lucas said to us, what do you guys feel like doing? Do you want to do some more touring or do you want to do some more driving? And everybody was up for more driving. So he said, right, I've got this cool track that not many people have driven, so it's very overgrown.
So Lucas, is this one of the new tracks that has been cut?
This is Rusty Gully, and it's not really built for mogs and Ivecos, mate, but I reckon we give it a red hot crack.
We had to be careful because it was full of sharp boulders, broken rocks. When we got to the corner, we noticed that we weren't going to get round it, so the only way would be to do a very steep incline bank.
Holy smokes, mate. Like, I've got literally an inch either side of me between 3 trees trying to thread the needle.
So once we get the Unimog through all the rocks, it was Simon's turn to bring the Iveco through.
All right, everybody, it looks like Lucas has got himself into a bit of a predicament. We better go and find him.
Being a slightly smaller and not as wide vehicle, it wasn't as hard to negotiate the track, but it still had its challenges going over the rocks and stumps.
That was a little bit of fun. Nice bit of Queensland rock. Now we're going to get the other cars through.
Simon was track building to get us all the leverage we needed to get over some of these rocks, which were massive.
Simon had moved some rocks around, pick them up, show us how much work he does in the gym.
Nice and slow.
One of the advantages of rock crawling is having a very good spotter. By having that expert help, it basically eliminates a lot of damage to the undercarriage of your car.
I was absolutely freaking out to attack this track, but we finally got through to the end.
It wasn't that bad, see? It really wasn't that bad.
So the next car through was TP Chip, so Simon and Lucas had to do a lot more track building, build up the holes a lot more, otherwise he wasn't going to get through.
Trust your navigator. If he's giving you directions because he's standing out the front there, he can see what's going on. The rock track just looks pretty crazy and amazing. Got through there without even feeling like we were tipping the Navara at all.
This is going to be interesting, I think. They've probably just spent 5 minutes packing the track and the rocks just keep breaking under the cars, so it's going to be fun. It'll be real fun.
Steph and her Navara, she's had a bit of work done to it with 2-inch lift, bit bigger wheels. She followed the same line and with her modification she got through.
What's the plan? Are we all just going to stay here?
We're going up a cliff.
I wasn't too confident that Unimog was going to get up the bank. Lucas goes, it'll eat it.
A vertical wall basically, and it was probably about roof height within the Unimog.
Didn't even feel like it was an obstacle at all. Within 3 seconds we're up the top and job done.
Too easy. That is just too easy.
I love this thing, man.
Now, my first order of business before driving something like this is to get everything off the dash. Because anything that's up there is going to end up on my face.
Thought the Iveco might struggle without extra ground clearance or the larger wheels. It basically walked straight up there until Simon got to the top, then he stalled the car.
Embarrassing.
All right, we made it, but we'll back up just in case we need a winch.
Simon was up there. If we got into any trouble, carbon winch ready to go. I just gave her the berries. It was absolutely awesome, knowing that I achieved that big hill climb without any help.
Being a stock standard vehicle, we knew this wasn't going to be an easy out, so we had to go get some treads, put them down to give him a bit of lift. With the length of his car, it was bottoming me out the back, and once he got halfway up, we had to give him a winch to get him out of the hole.
At the end of the day, it's all in good fun and measure. We were sort of expecting a little bit of damage out here. Pulled a bit of plastic off the passenger side rear. Because, you know, the way it is, we're ready for those things to eventually happen on a trip.
We just wrecked one Navara. How about we make it 2 for 2? Let's get Steph up.
It was just so much adrenaline. The angle when you sort of got your front wheels up, that was really cool.
Beautiful drive. Tell with that Wiggle Engineering canopy, just that little bit of extra clearance at the back made a massive difference. So, yes.
Thanks for the guidance.
Well done, great drive. All right, let's get the other 2 vehicles through.
But I really enjoyed watching the power go through the obstacle.
My dad used to do professional rock crawling in comps and I've never done it.
We go back a little bit.
I get so nervous even though I grew up around all of this stuff. So that's why I am really trying to get out of my comfort zones because I really want to go out with Dad more. What's the worst that could happen?
I just thought I was going over that massive rock. And no damage to the car. The confidence that I had following my daughter driving her in the power for the first time through the track. That's what you want. You having fun?
I am.
Good,
I am.
good. So I had the maximum protection you can have for a vehicle.
That climb was probably the most daunting part out of the day for me.
Relax.
I got this.
All right.
I was like, what am I doing?
All right, good luck.
Give it a crack.
All right, I'm going.
Go.
They gave it a good crack, got halfway up.
I reckon you could have made that if you were straight at the beginning.
Okay.
So I'm going to have another go.
Okay.
Tom, how is the rear step? Can she back up?
Yeah, turn the back.
Simon was so good. He guided me.
Stop. Go. On there.
I could just feel that it wasn't going to go up.
And then we had to do a winch recovery.
This is my first time using the oversized monkey fist soft shackle. Now I'm keen to use this because it's the perfect thing to use when you don't have a recovery point. In this case, we already had it out, so we use it as a winch recovery point. Get this Navara up out of here, keep the adventure going.
I've never been winched before, so Steph gave me some pointers on how to assist with that. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I was nervous.
Once they got over the crest, they were home and hose.
Good job.
Thank you, Simon.
Watching her drive all of that's awesome. I really enjoyed the fact that I can drive with other trucks. Like Simon's truck, UNIMOG, he's more of a big guy when we have a bunch of us together. If it was double the height, that would be probably a bit more of a challenge. I'm just holding the steering wheel straight and driving through it all.
We decided to go up to the new Outlook that Lucas has on his new 1,000 acres.
Now, Ian, this weekend's a little bit of Iveco versus Unimog. In respect to those two vehicles, which one would you more likely have parts for?
Definitely Iveco, with their full range of vehicles that they have on the show.
With air filtration, it's what stops the engine from getting dusted, keeps all the dirt out, so it's vitally important for your engine. Lube filtration keeps the oil in your engine nice and clean, so there's no carbon build-up. And fuel filtration keeps your injectors clean. So if you love your four-wheel drive as much as we all do, a Donaldson service kit is what you need for your vehicle.
Do a bit of gardening on the way up, Lucas.
Yeah, she's thick.
The challenges never ended for the day. On the way back to camp, finally we came to a bit of an area of rocks.
Pretty steep climb.
For those who don't want to go up the rocks, there is a chicken track.
The big ones seem to just get their way straight through it, and the rest of us with our clearances, no matter how big they were, you just can't match those MOGs and the Iveco. Well, we're nearly up the top of this big hill. I reckon there's going to be a pretty good lookout at the top here waiting for us.
Oh, what is this? Holy moly.
Just a huge big valley of beautiful country.
Look at that.
You definitely spend a few afternoons up here with the Gold Creek.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could see right across to Warwick, to out west to the mountains. It's a very spectacular outlook.
I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, you need to make it a bucket list thing because it was absolutely beautiful.
And then we made our way back to camp.
Can't see that view sitting in your own backyard.
Lucas.
You sure can.
That's probably one of the main good things about coming to this park. I'm always coming back.
After that amazing view, the weather took a turn. We decided to wait it out in comfort and cook up some lunch. Okay, maybe it's brunch.
The whole convoy said, we're not done driving, let's go do one more thing and drive the skids.
With the rain clearing, we headed back out. This time picking up a straggler.
Sarah brought the Ranger out.
And losing a couple of others.
We have a bit of toy, we get left out.
This track is a little too small for Mogs.
So we did this tight left-hand turn, drove down this creek bed, and I was having so much fun. The nav was on some good angles, I was looking out for all the sharp rocks, and then at one point I just sort of thought, where is Sarah?
I think I just popped something.
Cut the sidewall.
We took the first left and exited the riverbed.
Murphy's Law, Sarah.
I know, right?
Pumped up her tyre so we could get her back to camp. That was a bit of a sidewall damage there, nothing that we could plug, so got her back to camp and changed her tyre. So unfortunately, Sarah was out of the convoy, but that meant we had 3 navs in a Colorado.
We came around the corner, of course. Here was a waterfall without too much water running through it, and it looked pretty crazy.
This looks cool up ahead.
It looked so slippery, and honestly, I was stressing. I didn't drive my best on this one, I'll be honest. Fear got the better of me.
I'm scared.
Simon kept telling me to drive harder, bump it, and I just didn't want to bump it. I actually had my rear locker in, my front locker in, then I bumped over and I drove it.
Now we're talking. How was that?
Yeah, lovely.
I started physically shaking a little bit. I was pretty nervous because I was following Steph.
All right, Selina, pick it on up. You got a line you want, or you want direction?
I definitely want directions.
All right, we'll take you up the double line.
Okay. You can do it.
That's it. Go on. Let's give it some. Go for it. Into it a bit earlier. Into it.
Okay. Whoa! Oh my gosh, I'm up. My heart is going a million miles an hour. This is like the scariest thing I've ever done.
Had a good attempt first at it, slipped back a little bit, moved a little bit over to the right, a couple more up and downs, and then sort of bounced their way through the lack of traction spot. Currently we're going to have ways of tuning a vehicle like our Navara with a remote tuning device. The customer gets it, downloads an app, and once that app connects to his vehicle, we can log in as though we've got the vehicle. It's not just a matter of sending out a quick flash tune or a quick remap, so we get to know the customer and find out what's going on, what are their needs, and then make a proper and safe Berrima diesel tune that's really unique to us.
Honestly, I thought we were in a bit of trouble. I thought we were not going to make it up.
We have 0 lockers in this vehicle.
And it's all right foot.
Go. Yeah, baby! Still got it!
With everyone's appetite for rock crawling satisfied, it was time to satiate our bellies, Filipino style, with Connie's exotic dinner. With a little help from a couple of others.
All right, hand it over to Treadley.
So this is a recipe passed down from generation to generation. It's a bit of an age-old tradition and it's quite complicated to do. You've got to flip them until they're brown and then take them out.
I roll them for Chris and I do that between my thighs. And just do a quick jogging motion. Sorted.
That's actually how you stop the pastry from sticking, the talcum powder from his thigh.
It was around this time head chef Connie realised she didn't need the boys' help after all.
You're a legend, John. You are a legend.
She'd cooked up this most amazing banquet of food.
Spring rolls, dumplings, pancit, and don't forget those pork kebabs. The flavour in that was absolutely awesome.
Quality meat. Oh, does it every time.
The rest is history.
Yeah, it was a good night.
That's one.
Say spring rolls!
We are halfway through the fun from the Springs 4x4 Park. Next week, we've got all of the action from the Tread 4x4 Breast Cancer Awareness event. Make sure you're watching.